Anyway, now that we got that horrible bit out of the way, why don't we just go ahead and get right to Angie Power Disney? How does that sound? I know everyone's super excited. Now, I don't know where to begin with Angie, because there are a couple new things going on. First, you're not.
I'm a broadcaster,
You're not a
but I
broadcaster
have
either. I love how she goes, this video is not intended to incite violence of any kind. I'm not trying to incite violence. And yet, the person that she claimed with no evidence whatsoever was Flow Destroyer, his cat's now been murdered. And I'm not claiming that Angie Power or her friends orchestrated that at all. I'm just saying, would it surprise you if they had? Because they fly off the handle with zero evidence and start calling people cannibals and fucking rapists with no evidence. So would you be shocked if they think that killing a cat for is a good thing to do? Because I guarantee you that's what happened, but I'm getting ahead of myself.
the Holy Spirit inside me, and I have pretty good discernment.
Yeah, you do. Your discernment was terrible when you named your friend as Flow Destroyer and got his cat murdered, you stupid ass. So don't go on here after you fucking threw your own friend under the bus and his fucking pet was murdered and say that you have good discernment. Because you've just proven to us all that you have zero discernment.
For
You don't even know you're
who's
breaking
bringing
the law,
forth
you
truth
stupid
and who's
bitch.
sowing disinfo. And sometimes I get caught, and
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with passing along false information which gets my own friends' pets killed. It happens to everyone. No, it doesn't.
At a young age that the way to learn is not to be afraid to make mistakes. There's a lot of people never achieve
big mistake.
Their full potential because they're too paralyzed with the fear of making a mistake. So mistakes are our friends.
No, they're not.
So the first.
So was the guy who you said was Flow Destroyer. Wasn't he also a friend of yours?
First order of business.
Oh my God! I look like Angie.
Is an apology to Malcolm Conrad Ogilvie in Scotland.
I apologise for getting your cat
killed. Although I didn't accuse him, I just asked who is.
You didn't accuse him. You just heavily suggested that he was Flow Destroyer to the point where now he's suffering a severe personal tragedy because of your own negligence and stupidity, you fucking moron. You know what? Being friends with Angie Power Disney does not look like a smart thing to do. But she has the same friends as David Schroeder, and being friends with him's also not very smart.
Flow Destroyer, and I played 2 different voice clips, and very quickly the Scots amongst my viewers tipped me off to the variations of accent differences. And I'm not. I had my dearest childhood friend was from Bathgate in West Lothian, of a military family, the wife, and I think all of the children, or if not 4 of the 5 children, were wiped out with medical experiments.
Okay, how does that have any relevance whatsoever to what you were just talking about? I threw an innocent person under the bus and something terrible happened to him. Did I mention my family was experimented on by space Nazis who worship Satan? Fuck you, you old hag.
All died of different cancers, supposedly unrelated and random.
Yeah, hopefully you have the same cancer gene as they.
But anyway, that's beside the point. I'm not an expert on Scottish accents, but
you'll die in prison.
I would be familiar with a lot of UK accents and even quite a few Irish ones. So to a person from that nation, you'd be very able to say, oh, that's a Cork accent, or that's a Dob accent.
But you didn't even do the slightest amount of research before making your completely dangerous claim about a person who actually, at some point was your friend.
I'm not just going on the accents. There's been an awful lot of research done. And it would seem to me no surprise that the dark side is trying to muddy the waters, swapping out profile pictures and putting actual victims or campaigners' profile pictures under their malicious trolling accounts.
You know what's funny? And I think in a Facebook post, she says something like Malcolm Ogilvie frame up averted. So she's now acting like the Satanists, the evil child-eating Satanists, fed her incorrect info about Malcolm Ogilvie to frame him. But even though she repeated the info and was the first person to repeat it, and then all of her stupid friends repeated it, and now this guy's suffering a personal tragedy because of it, the Satanists are to blame. Not her. Just blame it on the devil. All right? Just how you know what? Angie, do you also blame that letter you made your daughter write to that That weird guy. Do you blame that on the devil too? You stupid bitch. I mean, this is all public information. What you are, what you've done to your children. You've even had your own children on your fucking streams. And we can watch you manipulate them live before our very eyes. And I can see they don't even like it, but they just put up with it because for some reason they put up with having an old hag like you, a nasty old witch who honestly serves no purpose to humanity. You're a parasite. You're a fucking tick. It's sad to have to watch your children love you in spite of all that, in spite of all the terrible things you've done to them, and that you're now covering up for by pretending you're some crusader for virtue, when in fact you're not that at all, are you, Angie? You're one of the dirtiest, nastiest people around, and you know it. And this is all a show for you to hide that from everyone else, but you can't. And you also won't be able to hide when they throw you in jail next year. And in fact, it might even be before next year. I'm hoping we get a nice Christmas present from Satan, okay?
And tactics like that. But it doesn't work. It muddies the waters for a while, and then it doesn't work.
You muddy the waters.
A good reason for Malcolm Ogilvie to be a thorn in the side of the Satanists is he was a very, still is, proactive and skilled campaigner to expect.
So now, after she has thrown this guy under the bus and got his cat killed, she's going to say he's a skilled campaigner against Satan, and she's going to kiss his ass. You are nasty. With friends like Angie, who needs fucking enemies? Seriously.
There's the Holly Gregg cover-up in Scotland of going back a few years. And when I say he's skilled, you know, he did things like contact GCHQ, who, for whatever reason, confirmed that the name he gave them was one of their employees and was out working in the field and could be gone for a year or two. That's the level of thorn in the side that he was to agents and worse. So it's no surprise really that a setup was planned. And
you know what is a surprise? You're saying as it's no surprise that he was set up. He's such a... well, then how come your brilliant discernment didn't detect that it was a setup before you threw him under the fucking bus, you dumbass?
I apologize for my part. I'm glad I brought it out in the open, and I did what...
You're glad for what you did? I apologize, but I'm glad I brought the conspiracy out in the open by being the main perpetrator.
The Bible advises, which is if somebody wrongs you or appears to have wronged you, you go to them first, one-on-one.
That's not what you did. You didn't go to him first, one-on-one. You made a fucking video outing him so all your psycho, violent friends can gangbang him. Fuck you.
You don't make a drama, you
fucking
say,
hypocrite. This
is what I've been told.
You did make a drama. In fact, we'll see the far-reaching consequences of the drama you made very momentarily.
Is there any truth to this? And he was man enough to reply immediately. He also said he would come on.
He was man enough to reply to my vicious slander about him. What a real man. Fuck you. You're a real man. How does that sound?
Do an interview, show his face, no problem. The man, I hope it's just a coincidence. But I think it was yesterday, his beloved cat was killed, run over.
You nasty bitch.
Randomly, or not.
Right.
So
yeah,
he's in a bit of a...
Focus on the or not.
Bit of a sad space, and...
And here you are, after having attacked him and very possibly being responsible for the death of his cat. You're running your mouth about how great of a guy he is, and you're patting yourself on the back for exposing the fucking conspiracy. You're a goblin! You're a fucking hobgoblin!
He's also pretty upset.
And you honestly, that's just based on your appearance alone, if we're being honest.
At being, you know, the massive attempt to frame him.
Of course he's upset. Everyone's trying to frame him, but you're the only one who fucking brought this to light, and your friends are the only ones who perpetuated the myth. So the only people who have in any way done anything to attempt to frame your fucking friend is you! So don't sit and blame Satan. You did it, stupid!
George Dufort, which is a troll name I'm very familiar with, and
good
the guards
job lately,
will be
George.
too with all my technology.
Doing a good job.
has threatened me over the years. I hate shining a light on these trolls, but to be honest, some of them are very middle management Satanists, I'll say that anyway, foot soldiers, but quite destructive, as anybody who's been their victim will confirm.
You know what? Here's Angie in a nutshell, okay? She wanted to be a famous, beautiful actress, but she's too ugly and stupid and vindictive to have ever learned how to play the game to have achieved that in her life. So instead, because her face looks like a hatchet, the best thing she can do to become famous is to just start slandering innocent people and latch on to these mentally ill half-wits and start using them as puppets in her own game to achieve whatever minimal fame she can get. And she doesn't care who she crushes along the way. And not only that, I suspect, based on her choice in partners, like her ex-boyfriend, who she made her daughter write an apology letter to, we won't get into that, but I suspect, based on her choice in partners, that she's a disgusting pervert herself, and that may very well be why she's been so focused on this for years, and why she even gets off on abusing people who are already victims of this fucking nonsense. So there's Angie in a nutshell, okay? Sorry to expose you that way, you nasty hag, but that's what you are.
So George Dufort has apparently handed himself in as the person that assaulted.
Morons. You know what? They read that George Dufort handed himself in because, like, a fucking sock account, probably George Dufort's account itself posted that he handed himself in for attacking this John Patterson guy. And then they just repeat it like it's gospel. It's a fucking troll, you idiot! It's not true! And yet it spreads like wildfire amongst these idiots, and they all just start talking about it like it's a fact. How fucking stupid can you be? Anyone can Trojan horse these morons. You can get them to repeat anything, because they will repeat anything that's nasty and retarded enough, or which validates their beliefs enough. You moron, George Dufort did not hand himself in, and the person who suggested that he did was a troll! You idiots! They fucking believe anything.
67-year-old John Patterson outside Southwark Crown Court during the trial. But there's also been another troll who foolishly sent a threat to John but forgot to hide his mobile number. Showing lots of bravado and saying, nobody's got my identity, I don't exist, I do all my business online, I don't leave any footprint, I'm untouchable. This is the level of arrogance we're getting. But apparently...
What's arrogant to me is that I'm pretty sure that you are still name-dropping a person for which you have been expressly forbidden from talking about on the internet. And you, not only are you still name-dropping, but you're doubling down on your smear campaign and your tactics against this innocent person, only to enhance your own fame and notoriety. You're surely not making a penny off of this now. So what do you get out of it, aside from validation from mentally ill people? You get nothing. But I'll tell you what, you will get something, and your grand prize will be a severe term of incarceration, okay? It's coming next year, I promise.
George Dufort has handed himself in for the assault. Now, if he reports as a government operative, it's going to be swept under the carpet for sure, despite the pensioners' cut eye and black tie and, witnesses to the assault. Who knows? Let's see. The other progress is being made on what is likely the real flow destroyer who seemed to...
You know what? I really hope you don't throw another innocent person under the bus and get their cat murdered as well, you fucking bitch. This woman is a terrorist, okay? She's not going out there and doing the nasty stuff herself, but enough extremely mentally ill people gravitate toward her that she has a pick of the litter for who to manipulate and have do things on her behalf. She thinks she's Hannibal Lecter, all right? But unfortunately, she's not.
Come on the scene 6 months ago, but believe you me, he's been operating in the shadows. Around 2013, lived close to the old cider house. then disappeared from there, although he never registered for voting. He went dark in Plymouth.
More Angie stuff.
Allegedly. And has been in Ireland.
All right. Fuck it. I had enough with Angie. I'm done with that dumb bitch. But I'm just saying, you know, you should probably stop digging your own grave, because you did the job long ago, and now you're just wasting your energy, all right? It's already dug. Just wait till we throw you in it and cover you with dirt. It's coming, all right? That's a promise. But I hope you guys enjoyed my Angie segment. I enjoyed the Angie segment. And by